I just got done listening to the episode with Wendy Williams on The Breakfast Club, and there's some things that I want to talk to you guys about from a licensed therapist perspective. Hey, everybody. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My name is Keandra Jackson, licensed therapist. Typically, when I do videos like this, I normally have talking points and all different types of things that I make sure that I have so I won't miss anything. But today, I'm just going to speak from my heart, and I hope that's okay with you. And before I get into my thoughts, I want you to put in the comment section, what do you think about Wendy Williams? What do you think about what she said on The Breakfast Club? And what are your overall thoughts on her conservatorship, her being coherent, because we're going to talk about that too, and so on and so forth. Put it in the comment section so we can chat about it. When I was listening to this, I thought that I would have the same perspective that I had when I reviewed her documentary on the Lifetime Network. And I'll put my review up here and in the description, just in case you guys want to check that out and review it as well. I was like, I'm gonna have the same feelings about this. It's whatever. Actually, I have a very different opinion about this. There was so much happening with my emotions all at once when I was watching this. One, the first thing I thought about was like, okay, all of these snippets and photos and videos, them talking about Wendy is incoherent, that she has dementia, that she's lost her mind, that she can't speak for herself, that her health is declining. Baby, I didn't hear any of that in this little episode on The Breakfast Club. Now, obviously, this was just audio only, so we could not see her. I would have loved to see her. I wish they would have did like a little video, visit, a little sneak video visit, or something with her being on Zoom or something like that, because I would have loved to see what she is looking like these days. However, from what I heard, she's doing much better than the media is portraying her. Now, if I'm being honest, and you need to be honest too, I don't think she's at 100%. Let's be real, y'all. There were some things that were said that I was like, okay, sis is not at 100%, but she's also not where people are saying she is. She was coherent. She was laughing. She was like, look, okay, look. And I was laughing, but what that did was that spoke to her still having her personality, her style. The Wendy that we have known all of these years is still there. She still got it. But hearing her talk about her experience, and even hearing that Lauren girl talk about what it was like visiting her, broke my heart. Knowing that she is in this, they basically said like a fancy prison or a rich prison or whatever, where she can't even get the water that she wants. She can't get the hairbrush that she wants. She can't even get simple things like nail polish and makeup. She has to have a key just to go downstairs. She's locked into essentially like this space or her room. She's not going outside. She's not getting fresh air. She's not getting sunlight. I was like, hold on, these are like basic necessities. And for somebody who was rich and had money, I'm sure this is a drastic shift. Having $15 is what she said. Having $15 to your name that you can't even spend because you can't go outside is crazy. And not being able to see your family when you want to is also absurd. Hearing Alex talk about, hey, when I try to go visit her on her birthday, it's like freaking, you can't even get in, and there's security, and they want to act like she don't live there, and they don't know who you're talking about. There's all of these rules and regulations. Nobody can call her. She only could call them. What happens if you miss the call? What happens if, the phone doesn't go through? You can't even call her back. What happens when there's a safety issue, when there's a medical issue, when there is a mental health issue? Her family won't even be able to get to her. And that breaks my heart. When she started crying, saying, hey, my dad is about to be 94, 95 years old in the upcoming months, and I don't even know if I have permission to go see him, is wild. And I'm saying that because 94, 95 years old is a long time to live. Can you imagine if he unfortunately passes away and she's not able to see him? Listen, her mental health will go all the way down, even more than what it probably is already. I'm thankful that she has her niece, Alex, who is coming to her rescue, who is on these platforms, who's on these talk shows and speaking on her behalf. Now, I know Charlamagne and DJ Envy was like, hey, what can we do? What can we tweet? Who can we call? Who can we email? We need to pull up. He was like, we'll come to the spot. I love that they had that support. And you can tell that Charlamagne and Wendy seem to be very close, and that, she has paved the way for so many different radio personalities and TV personalities. She has laid that foundational groundwork. And if it wasn't for Wendy's work, A lot of people that we know today wouldn't even be who they are or where they are. So this whole conservator situation is blowing my mind. I think there's a lot of pieces to the story that we're not aware of, obviously, and that they can't talk about from a legal perspective, which I understand and get. But also, too, there needs to be some further investigation into this. Why is the Samantha girl or whoever, whatever her name is, still the conservator when everybody's having so many issues with this individual? Why is the same judge on the case when people are having so many issues with that individual, right? Like, if we reevaluated this whole scenario, petition for her to get a different conservator, petition for the courts to give a new judge, and see this case from the bottom up, meaning from scratch, and let somebody with fresh eyes and who doesn't have ill intentions or motives that are attached to this case really review it for what it is, I wonder if she would still be in this situation altogether. So for me, that is my hope. And it also breaks my heart when she said that she's probably going to get some type of backlash from even doing this interview anyway. But she was willing to take the risk because she has been in an emotional and basically like a physical prison, not being able to do the basic things that the average person, she says all she does is like look outside the window and watch TV and listen to the radio all day. That's very lonely. And what I do know about this is that when somebody has Graves' disease or some type of physical condition, and they are also dealing with an environment like Wendy has been in, this actually is coincide both physical and mental, right? This is impacting her physical and her medical, but this is also impacting her mental. And we know how important both of those things are and how they're correlated. So if one thing is going down, the other is probably going down too. So I just hope that there's no retaliation from the conservator or where she's living, or that she's not deprived of her basic needs. And unfortunately, nobody will really know what's going on because no one's allowed there. She's not able to really call, or nobody's able to call her either. And so I hope this whole situation is shifted and changed, because not having access to probably millions of dollars and having access to $15, what? All I know is that I don't know Wendy personally, and I don't know what she's going through personally or her family. But what I do know is that I will continue to pray for her family. And if you want to support the Free Wendy movement, go ahead and do that. So thank you so much for watching another video on my channel. I hope you'll stick around and watch some more of my celebrity videos where I break things down from a licensed therapist perspective. And I will see you next time in the next video. Be blessed. Bye.